that is about to have a sad end, it seems. Some of you may have been following news about this building a few months ago anyway, and its fate. This was, of course, the Niagara Falls City Hall at one time, and before that, it was the Clifton Town Hall. The building dates to 1866. Not what you see here, however. The original part of the building was built of stone in 1866, as I say, and was 2 stories high. You'll find a picture of it in the handout, which I hope you all have. I think on page 4. Yeah, it's the last page. You'll see a picture of this building as it looked around 1915. At that point, it was the Niagara Falls City Hall, but as I say, the building dates back to 1866 and was built as the Clifton Town Hall. Clifton was the name of the community here at that time. The name was changed to Niagara Falls in 1881. Very handsome stone building for sure. When it was built, year before the Canadian Confederation, it was built to accommodate civic business for a community of about 20,000 people. Well, Clifton at that time, 1866, had nowhere near 20,000 people. Much, much smaller, just a few thousand. So for the first number of years, the main floor of this building was occupied by stalls with butcher shops. A number of butcher shops. So this is where you'd come, most likely, for your meat. The upper floor was used by the council for meetings. There were a couple of offices as well, but it was also a bit of an auditorium where entertainers would come, or lectures, or what have you, or dances, this kind of thing too. All would be held, or could be held, in the upper floor of City Hall. Now, in 1954, it was decided by the city fathers that the building had to be modernized. So, drastic changes took place. The original stone walls were covered in brick. What had been a pitched roof was changed to a flat roof, and there was a small addition put on the front here. And the result is, as you see it now. And it was used then as City Hall until 1970, when the current City Hall here was open. Following the closure of the City Hall here, it was used for a little time as a courthouse. And then the building was closed, and it had been pretty well left to its own fate for quite a few years. I think the clock up here is a bit symbolic. The clock hasn't run for years and years. This building hasn't been used for years and years. It's as though time has stood still. The clock has stood still, the building has stood still, left to its fate, as I said. Now, since the city has decided to demolish it, well, time is about to run out for this building, as well as the clock. So as I think the clock is a bit symbolic that way. I mentioned a few special moments in the history of this building. I am sure that on July 1st, 1867, something happened here. July 1st, of course, 1867, the day Canada entered the world scene as a new nation. And there were ceremonies all over the country at that point, and there certainly would have been something here in front of City Hall. No doubt a flag-raising ceremony, the pole over here then. That's been the site of the flagpole since 1866. So there would have been a flag raising, likely a speech by the mayor, who was William Wiley at that time in 1867, and maybe a few other speeches as well, and perhaps then 3 cheers for the new nation of Canada, and perhaps 3 cheers for good Queen Victoria as well. So that would be July 1st, 1867 here. Let's move up to June 20th, 1897. That was Queen Victoria's Diamond Jubilee year, and according to the press at the time, there was a little ceremony here in front of City Hall, and as the press reported, 3 cheers were given for good Queen Victoria. Moving on to May 24th, 1898. May 24th was Queen Victoria's birthday, and on that particular year, 1898, according again to the local press at the time, firemen held a ball in the Town Hall auditorium, that would be in the 2nd floor, in honor of Queen Victoria's 79th birthday that year. May 7th, 1940. Oh, hold on, let's go back to 1939. I should mention that. 1939 was a special year for this building. Early in the year, the city learned that there was going to be a cross-country tour for King George VI and his consort Queen Elizabeth. Many years later, were of course the Queen Mother. And as part of that cross-country tour, the King and Queen would be visiting Niagara Falls, and their motorcade would be passing right by City Hall here. So at that point, the city fathers decided the front of the building needed a little sprucing up, let's say. And they came up with a really great idea. A classical portico was added to the front of the building. Pitch-proof, 4 handsome white columns there at the front. It was perfect for this building. It added a lot to its appearance. It was a great idea. And of course, on the 7th of June, in 1939, when the King and Queen passed here, they would have seen that lovely portico and the lovely stone building here, and of course bunting and flags and so on. So I hope they were suitably impressed. Well, on May 7th, 1945, that was VE Day, right? Victory in Europe. And according again to the press that I looked at the time, news broke here about 9:30 that morning, touching off, as it was reported, pandemonium in the streets. Flags and bunting were quickly decorated on the City Hall here. And at 2 o'clock, a parade was organized right in front of City Hall, which then took off down Queen Street and some other streets as well. So that was the 7th of May, 1945. And finally, June of 1952. June of 1952 was when they were shooting the movie Niagara here. Remember? 1952, Marilyn Monroe, Joseph Cotton. This building was huge. And several scenes. They had the police chief's office on the 2nd floor of the building, which overlooked Queen Street here then. And there were several scenes showing people in the police chief's office, rather, and behind his desk you could see a window, and you look out the window, you can see these buildings very clearly. So the building had its Hollywood moment, let's say. Its Hollywood moment. But now this building's fate is pretty well sealed, it seems. The city has decided to demolish it. Just exactly when that will happen, I don't know. I do hope, though, that a suggestion I made to council is taken up, and that some of the original 1866 stones that are behind these brick walls are kept and used in some way for a memorial or perhaps a decorative garden area or what have you in this area, which will likely be the case once the building is demolished. I hope it'll be turned into a bit of a garden or park area, whatever you want to call it. And hopefully some of those stones from so long ago will be utilized in that park. So, interesting story about a building that's been a part of this community in one way or another for a very long time. So any questions, comments,